What's up, CW fans? I'm going to do a quick video here. I want to try to illustrate some of the questions that I've got on whether my ATAS 120, the Yaesu antenna, or my Tarheel does better. Which one does better? You might imagine that the Tarheel does a little bit better, but not significantly much so. The fact that it's a little bit lower than the ATAS, I think, has something to do with it, number one. But the Tarheel has, you know, much more of a radiator on it, right? So there's a lot going on there. It can handle, you know, quite a bit of wattage if I wanted to put a real amp in my vehicle. But from a convenience standpoint, like I'll point out in a couple of minutes here, you just really can't beat the ATAS 120, the Yaesu. This takes a little bit to get set up, but let's go jump in the truck. I'm going to try to find a couple of stations. I'm going to be doing some walks around, or I should say I'm going to drive around in circles to see if we have some directionality and see if we can figure out you know, some of these stations out here, and if we can determine which antenna might be receiving better. So let's check it out. All right, so this is a station CQing to Asia, K2, I think it's K2 KW. So I'm on the Tarheel antenna right now, so he's 5.9 plus, and I'm gonna start making a circle. So now I'm heading northwest, dropped a little bit. Now I'm heading west, so he's dropped to 5.79. And now I'm heading southwest. Now I'm heading south. Now I'm heading southeast. I'm making my way back to east, so he's coming back up as I start facing east. Now he's like 5.9. Let's see if I can get him to 5.9 plus. Alright, so I think I'm at about right here is almost 70 degrees, which is, I think, was where he is. And he's a solid 5.9. Let's back it up a little bit more. Right there. Okay, so I'm heading about 0.80, and this antenna is definitely directional. Not hugely though. Not hugely directional. But if I face north now, yeah, it's not much really. Let's see. All right, now I'm heading a little, like a 350 heading, a little bit to the left of north, if you want to call it that. And now I am heading almost directly west. And yeah, so I guess I'm kind of thought this would be working backwards than what it is. But yeah, I'm heading west. Now I'm doing maybe a 260, 250 heading. There we go. That works. So yeah, that's it's definitely directional. So if we go to, and thank you for that station calling CQ all day. Okay, so now I'm on the ATAS 120, and let's head south. So definitely the ATAS 120 is a little bit less, right? Actually, a couple of S units. All right, so now I'm heading southeast. Let's see what this looks like. All right, S5. Let's go straight east. Something's wrong with my connection here a little bit, sorry. There we go. All right, so now I'm going east. right, now this is about the heading I had earlier when he was full strength on the Tarheel. He's still 5'9" on the ATAS. Let's go back north now, see what it looks like. Alright, so we're about 340 on the heading right now, and continuing. Now we're about 300 degrees. He's definitely down to 579. Now I'm straight west, 270. Okay, now I'm about southwest, 220 degrees roughly. So not a huge fluctuation. I wonder if there was a little bit of a propagation thing there on my last round with the ATAS. It was kind of interesting. Oh no, he stopped. Nobody was coming back to him, so I guess that eventually happens. But yeah, it looks like there is definitely some directionality in the antennas. I thought that there was going to be, the pattern was gonna be a little bit different than it seems to be. And I thought that the ATAS would have a little different pattern, a much more different pattern than the Tarheel. But it doesn't look like it was a huge difference there, so that's kind of interesting actually. Of course, this is not super scientific, and I'd like to try to find another signal to do some more testing. Let's get back to heading east. So I'm on a 090 heading for all of you folks following along, and it looks like my switch, it's got a little bit of a dead spot in it, so that's not good either. So I have a switcher between my antennas here. Let's see what this person's doing here. Oh, that's N2KW, who we were just listening to. That's interesting. So moving around in a circle. Now I'm going north. And I'm on the ATAS 120. Alright. Now I'm going 330 from a heading standpoint. And they might have left us. But yeah, anyways, it looks like there is definitely some directionality. It seems like the Tarheel does have, and I would think that that would be rightly so, that it has a little bit more gain, or you're able to get a little bit better reception. Maybe it's due to the radiation pattern or the receive pattern. But yeah, and I mean, it's tough because it's not apples to apples, because the ATAS 120 is up higher than the Tarheel. The Tarheel's lower, but the Tarheel's whip is much longer. It's got much more of a radiator on it. So yeah, it's really tough. So if people ask me, hey, what's the difference? I'm gonna say it's generally the Tarheel does a touch better, but I don't know if it's worth it from a convenience standpoint, because what I want to do is I'll take you guys outside and we'll take a look at the Tarheel setup real quick. It's a bit to get configured, and if I just want to drop the ATAS onto the truck, it's super easy, as you have all seen in some of my other videos. So yeah, let's take a look here. So yeah, obviously this thing, just screw on, screw off, no big deal, everything's cool. But when we're talking about getting this thing running, you know, I have to install the PL259, the coax here. So yeah, it takes a little bit of time to get that going, and then actually installing it and connecting it. So I have a ground strap right here that I've got to put into place. I've got the controller right here that I've got to put into place. I've got to put this thing on here. I have to put the whip on also. So it takes some time putting the dog bone locking mechanism in there, so it prevents this from going out. Definitely takes a little bit more effort than easily screwing this on and off when I want to play and have some fun. It's definitely the way to go. And I think what I'm going to do is probably just stick with the ATAS 120, because it's just so convenient. And I don't know, I think I have like maybe, I don't want to call it marginal improvement with the Tarheel, but is it worth the setup and putting this all together just to kind of run mobile whenever I feel like running mobile? So what I might do is I'll just keep this set up for when I want to do like a serious effort, like maybe the Indiana QSO party, which is what, and I'm going to also do the Illinois QSO party too. And I also have this set up where I've got like a set screw in here. What I could do is I can drop a mast in here and get something up really high. Also, I have a collapsible mast in one of my Ram boxes here. So that's going to be something that I want to make sure I take advantage of if I'm doing like a Parks on the Air or something like that. That'd be kind of cool. So, but yeah, it's again, I think this is probably one of the better setups, kind of easy to do. Here was my switching back and forth between the two antennas. So super scientific? No, not really. Was I dealing with some propagation issues here? Yeah, kind of. And was this the best scientific experiment? Yeah, maybe not, but it was at least a little bit of fun. And based on some of my observations as I've run mobile with both setups, I truly don't think I've had a fantastic experience like the Tarheel's blowing away the Yaesu antenna. And it's if you're like looking at some of these weak signals, maybe. So I'm on the Yaesu right now. Let's see if we can switch this one. So maybe about 2 S units more. There we go. Oops. Well, if this stupid switch, it's got a little bit of a dead spot on that input, so I'm going to go to A. There we go. All right, now we're talking. All right, let's go to this person here. All right, I'm on the Yaesu antenna. Let's see what the Yaesu antenna, 5.9 plus, right? There's the Tarheel antenna, 5.9 plus. No real difference. And that's kind of what I've seen as far as, you know, doing some testing. So that's the Tarheel. Come on, come back again. All right, let's go to this other person here. 5.9. Okay, that's the Tarheel. That's the ATAS. So that's the Yaesu ATAS antenna. Let's switch to the Tarheel. There you go, 5.9. Okay, there's the ATAS. There's the Tarheel. ATAS. Tarheel. So again, I know there's some directionality based on how I've got these things mounted on my truck, but I don't think there's like a huge difference that would make me want to, you know, ditch one or the other setups. I think like I said, I'm going to keep the Tarheel setup for Parks on the Air and maybe some serious mobile operations, but in general, I think I'm just going to keep that thing in my garage until I need it, and use the Yaesu ATAS 120. So. Hope this helps everyone. CW on, my friends.